I had started this lesson, Madam Rides the Bus, and I told you how Valli was curious to see the world beyond her house, and she used to stand on the doorway watching the people come and go. And the most excited thing and the most attractive thing that she saw from her doorway was a bus that used to go past her house carrying passengers, and every day she saw a different set of passengers. So first part we had already finished and I told you to do the comprehension questions also. Now I am going to start with the second part. Well, one fine spring day, the afternoon bus was just on the point of leaving the village and turning into the main highway when a small voice was heard shouting, stop the bus, and a tiny hand was raised commandingly. This was the hand of Valli. The bus slowed down to a crawl, and the conductor, sticking his head out the door, said, "Hurry then, tell whoever it is to come quickly." So the conductor stopped the bus and he asked the person with the little hand, to climb the bus quickly. "It's me," shouted Valli. "I am the one who has to get on." So she was very small and she told the conductor that it was she who had raised her hand to stop the bus, and he is going to travel that day. By now, the bus had come to a stop and the conductor said, "Oh, really? You don't say so." "Yes, I simply have to say to go to town," said Valli, still standing outside the bus. "And here's my money." She showed him some coins. So she was carrying those coins, the money for buying a ticket. It was in her hands, and the conductor did not believe that the girl would be traveling alone in the bus. Okay, but first you must get on the bus." So the first statement that the conductor told her was to get on the bus, because unless and until she gets on the bus, she will not be able to go. And he stretched out a hand to help her up. So she was a small girl, so he helped her to get on the bus. "Never mind," she said. "I can get on by myself. You don't have to help me." See the pride attitude of the girl. She is so small, but she does not want any help from any side. The conductor was a jolly sort, fond of joking. "Oh, please, don't be angry with me, my fine madam," he said. "Here, have a seat right up there in front. Go and sit in front. Everybody move aside, please. Make way for madam." So he started calling her a madam. It was the slack time. Slack time of the day means when people generally don't do any work, and there were only 6 or 7 passengers on the bus. They were all looking at Valli and laughing with the conductor. Valli was overcome with shyness. She started feeling shy also. Avoiding everyone's eyes, she walked quickly to an empty seat and sat down. "May we start now, madam?" the conductor asked, smiling. Then he blew his whistle twice and the bus moved with a roar. It was a new bus. Its outside painted a gleaming white with some green stripes along the sides. Inside, the overhead bars shone like silver. Directly in front of Valli, above the windshield, there was a beautiful clock, and the seats were soft and luxurious. Luxurious means comfortable to sit on and travel. So bus was painted in green and white color, and all the bars of the iron bars in the bus, they were all painted silver, and there was also a clock. Valli devoured everything with her eyes. But when she started to look outside, she found her view cut off by a canvas blind that covered the lower part of a window. So she stood up on the seat and peered over the blind. So curtains were there, the blind curtains were there in the bus, on the bus windows, and Valli was too small to look outside, so she stood up on the seat to look outside. The bus was now going along the bank of a canal. The road was very narrow. Narrow means only one vehicle could go at one time. On one side, there was the canal, and beyond it, the palm trees, the grassland, distant mountains, and the blue, blue sky. These are all the things seen by Valli when she was traveling by bus. On the other side was a deep ditch, and then acres and acres of green field, green, 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 as far as the eye could see. You see, the writer has used this word green. Green means it was all green wherever she looked. Oh, it was all so wonderful. Suddenly she was startled by a voice. Startled means she was shaken by a voice. Listen, child, said the voice. You shouldn't stand like that. Sit down, because standing in a moving bus is not good for anyone. So, sitting down, she looked to see who had spoken. She sat down, she obeyed that person, and then she started looking at the person who was giving her the command to sit down. It was an elderly man who had honestly been concerned for her, but she was annoyed by his attention. She was not happy that he was giving attention to her. There's nobody here who is a child, she said haughtily. I have paid my 30 paise like everyone else. See what an arrogance. She said, I am not a child, because I have already given the money to the conductor, and I have paid 30 paise for my own ride. The conductor chimed in. Chimed means he interrupted. Oh, sir, but this is a very grown-up madam. So, to the little girl, he is saying, she is a grown-up madam. Do you think a mere girl could pay her own fare and travel to the city all alone? Means what he want to say is that a little girl like her does not have that much of confidence, but look at this little girl. She is so confident enough to travel to the town alone and paying her own ticket fare. Valli shot an angry glance at the conductor and said, I am not a madam. Please remember that. And you have not yet given me my ticket. See, she's so intelligent. She is telling the conductor, she was very angry, he was calling her a madam. And then she said, you have not yet given me my ticket. I'll remember, the conductor said, mimicking her tone. Mimicking means when we mimic someone, we just follow what she's saying. Everyone laughed, and gradually Valli too joined in the laughter. So, hearing the conductor speaking in her own voice, she also started laughing. The conductor punched a ticket and handed it to her. Just sit back and make yourself comfortable. Why should you stand when you have paid for a seat? Because this is your own seat and you have paid for it, don't stand on the seat. Because I want to, she answered, standing up again. But if you stand on the seat, you may fall and hurt yourself when the bus makes a sharp turn or hits a bump. That's why we want you to sit down, child. Now when he was calling her a madam, again she felt angry. Now he is calling her a child. Now see what reply she is going to give. I am not a child, I tell you, she said irritably. Irritably means in a very irritating tone. I am 8 years old. Of course. How stupid of me. 8 years. Oh my. The bus stopped. Some new passengers got on and the conductor got busy for a time. Afraid of losing her seat, Valli finally sat down. So at that time she was standing on the seat when the bus was moving. Now when the bus came to a halt and some new passengers were climbing up, and she immediately sat down because she wanted to show the passengers that it was her own seat. An elderly woman came and sat beside her. Are you all alone, dear? She asked Valli as the bus started again. Valli found the woman absolutely repulsive. Repulsive means she did not like her looks. Such big holes she had in her earlobes and such ugly earrings in them. Means she was wearing the earrings in her ear and they were looking so ugly. And she could smell the betel nut. Betel means pan. And the woman was chewing and see the betel juice that was threatening to spill over her lips at any moment. Oh, she could be sociable with such a person. Who could be sociable? She does not want to have any friendship with that lady. Yes, I am traveling alone, she answered curtly. Curtly means showing dislike for the woman. And I've got a ticket too. Yes, she's on her way to town, said the conductor with a 30 paisa ticket. Oh, why don't you mind your own business, said Valli. But she laughed all the same, and the conductor laughed too. But the old woman went on with her drivel. Drivel means her nonsense talks. Is it proper for such a young person to travel alone? Do you know exactly where you are going in town? What is the street and what is the house number? Means she wanted to tell Valli her destination, whether she was going to town to meet somebody or to a particular address, but no, Valli was just traveling by bus. You needn't bother about me. See the attitude of the girl again. I can take care of myself, Valli said, turning her face towards the window, and she started staring out. That means she paid no attention to the woman and her talks because she was feeling a dislike for that woman who was so concerned for Valli. But she laughed at the conductor, who was always amusing and a very jovial character. Means he was cracking jokes all the time. So Valli was somehow liking the conductor but not any other person who was traveling in the bus. Now students, again there are 4 comprehension check questions. Do them in the copy and then show it to me in my on my WhatsApp number. Till then, bye bye. Have a nice day.